Okay, dear students, so today's topic will be on high voltage DC and AC measurements. So previous videos I gone through regarding how this generation has to be done, and based on that we can measure the components. Measuring like DC as well as AC measurements can be done. So before in this comes under module 3 measurement. So main topics we have discussed regarding HVDC, we gone through HVAC, we gone through in HVAC. In HVDC, we gone through like static voltmeter, and then genetic voltmeter will be there. Different methods in AC also, and then we gone through Chubb-Fortescue method, and also we gone through regarding sphere gaps and all. Okay, so today I'll go for high voltage DC and AC measurement, that too impulses. So in that we are getting potential divider arrangements will be there. Okay, and these are the different combinations, and this is the basic circuit. Okay, and here impedance we are taking Z1, Z2, and Z1 is connected to high voltage side, and this is Z2 low voltage. And whatever voltage, total voltage will be V1, and this is V2, and this is connected to this Z2 is connected to delay cable, and that is connected to CRO. This is the cathode ray oscilloscope, and how exactly this cathode ray oscilloscope will be there, that setup will explain. Last topic will be there, how exactly this will work. This is the potential divider arrangement with delay cable and oscilloscope. And whatever we are using here, this impedances, and see, just have a look. These dividers may be whatever potential dividers, either may be resistive, capacity, or mixed element. This may be resistive, capacity, or mixed element. It may be resistance. If Z1 is replaced by resistance, it is resistance potential divider. If it is replaced by capacitance, it is capacitance potential divider. If it is replaced by RC network, it is nothing but RC potential divider. Okay, so these are the schematic, and same explanation I have given. Z1 replaced by, it's a resistor, or if it is usually a resistor, if it is called as resistance potential divider. If Z1 is a number of capacitors, in case of capacitance potential divider, right? Okay, the capacitance potential divider will be there. And same thing, if you see, if it is replaced by RC, it is a RC potential divider. Okay, so first one, the same diagram I'll go through, resistance potential divider. So now the Z1, Z2 replaced by R. Okay, so just have a look. This a simple resistance potential divider consisting of two resistances R1 and R2, and is connected in series with, okay, and R1 is greater than R2, both are connected in series, and the voltage ratio and attenuation factor is given by where V1 by V1 of T by V1 to T, 1 plus R1 by R2. If generally, if you take Z1 by Z2, okay, and this is the divider element is R2, and across here we are connecting the delay cable and coaxial cable, we can call, that is connected to oscilloscope. Okay, and main thing is what, just have a look. These are the different circuits, R1, R2, and these are connected in series, and R2 is connected to coaxial cable, that is connected to CRO. Okay, but main thing is what, because of this, because of sometime what happens, there will be sudden switching action may takes place, flashovers may takes place, and it may damage the divider circuit also. Okay, to protect these divider circuits and flashover voltage, so what happens, so the voltage control capacitors are to be used. Okay, voltage control capacitors we are using. So these are the capacitor we are using across these resistances to protect from surges and all. Okay, and this is the compensated resistance potential divider. Okay, and before compensating, this is the resistance potential divider with surge cable. Okay, and oscilloscope terminators we can call. Okay, to protect this, if any high voltage surges occurs, so to protect these resistances, capacitance are connected across this compensated networks. Okay, this is resistance potential divider. Okay, by this, if you see this circuit, if you see this equation, this is the equation of attenuation factor, alpha is equals to 1 plus R1 by R2. Okay, this is all about resistance potential divider. And if you are using this compensated network, how this equation it may change. C1 and C2, that is extend to Cm, number of capacitors we can increase, and number of resistance also we can increase as per measurement of output voltage. Okay, if you see this waveform, this is correctly compensated. After compensating, before compensating, this is over and this is underground, under compensated. Okay, and this is nothing but what, correctly compensated. So here capacitance we are equated, C1 R1 is equals to C2 Rm. This is correctly compensated waveform we can measure. Okay, and just now I told, if you are using those compensated networks and the cable is generally have surge impedances Z0, okay, and this surge impedances will come in parallel with oscilloscope will be there, that is RMCM. Oscilloscope impedance will be RM, resistance as well as impedance will be CM, and this RM is generally greater than 1 mega ohm, and CM it is having 10 to 50 picofarad of those oscilloscope. Okay, So therefore, for high impulse frequency and impulse voltage, the ratio in the frequency domain will be given by our attenuation factor V1 by V2 1 plus, it will change, R1 by R2 will be there, R2 it is replaced by this R1 by R2 whole divided by 1 plus j omega R2 Cm by using compensated network. So this is all about resistance potential divider, first one. So next we will go for capacitance potential divider. So now here also we can measure impulse voltage can be measured by using capacitive potential divider. Resistance is replaced by capacitances. And this is high voltage side C1 is connected, C2 low voltage side, C2 is connected to coaxial cable, and that is connected to electrostatic voltmeter as what we have discussed previous class. Okay, electrostatic voltmeter. Okay, we can measure the voltage, and this is the protective devices we can measure, and it will protect these components. Okay, so impedance is replaced by capacitances. So C1 standard high voltage condenser, C2 low voltage condenser, ESV electrostatic voltmeter. Okay, and see, whatever if any harmonics may take place, it can be eliminated by using CPD, capacitance potential dividers, that is with ESV will be there. And this is C1 C2, these are the gas filled condensers as shown in figure, and C1 is 3 terminal capacitor. If you see C1, this is having 3 terminal capacitor, middle it is connected to C2. Okay, and C2 is shielded. Okay, obviously if you see the C2, it is shielded to avoid the stray capacitance effect. Okay, and capacitance potential divider can measure fast rising voltage and pulse impulse voltage, and is independent of frequency. Okay, and ratio of the divider attenuation factor, if you see, alpha is equals to V1 by E2 1 plus C1 C2 by C1, and C1 is formed between HV terminal of the source C1. Okay, if you want to measure the voltage, 1 megavolt we can measure, and the standard compressed air gas will be there in HV capacitor. Okay, and C2 is very high, and C2 may be micro capacitor value and per capacitors. Okay, mica capacitor and paper capacitor, the measurement of C2, and we can materials we are using for measuring for manufacturing this C2 capacitor. Okay, and C2 is connected to C1 is connected to C2 by shield cable. Okay, and as just now it was, C2 is covered by the box to avoid stray capacitance, and voltage can be measured by using vacuum tube voltmeter or ESV, that is electrostatic voltmeter. Using this we are measuring the voltage. Okay, this is all about capacitance potential divider. Same thing, same diagram we can draw like this also. Okay, so this is the diagram, and here we are using the C1 C2, and this is cable, and this is CRO, this is C, this is total voltage and voltage across C2. And okay, same thing we can write equation V1 is equals to V2 C1 C2 Cm by C1. Okay, and C1 standard voltage across HV, C2 across low voltage, and Cm is capacitance of the meter. Okay, if you see advantage, there is no any source loading, and capacitance ratio is independent of frequency. Okay, this is all about capacitance potential divider. Now we'll mix all these R's and C, that is mixed RC in series or in parallel you can take, improved version. Okay, so now I'll be taking in RC form, mixed RC form, all these capacitors mixed. This is the total voltage, and this is the mixed RC form. Okay, different equations we are taking, and this is the step response determined with low voltage step signals. Okay, so now, so here RC, these are connected in series, and this is the voltage we are taking this form. And this is another form of RC series divider circuit, RC network, coaxial cable, and this is the CRO across this. Okay, this impedance, this may be impedance may be replaced by R also. This is the mixed connection RC divider network. This is also another form of mixed RC network. Okay, and this is another form of impedance matching RC divider. But here in this, sometimes they may cause errors in the measurement of RC dividers. It may be residual inductance in the elements, it may be stray capacitance occurrence, and stray capacitance occurrence may be due to between the elements, or it from sections and terminal of the elements to ground. Okay, and from high voltage lead to elements or sections. Sometimes impedance errors also may cause due to connecting leads will be there between divider and test object, sometimes ground return leads. So sometimes these errors may occur due to residual inductance, due to stray capacitance, and due to impedance errors. And sometimes some parasitic oscillations also may takes place. Okay, this is all about mixed RC dividers. Okay, and now we'll go for this is all about different types of divider circuits. Okay, so today's class I explained all divider circuits are impedance is replaced by resistance divider circuit, replaced by capacitance divider circuit, and next will be combination. Okay, Next class, I'll explain regarding Rogowski coil and cathode ray oscilloscope. Thank you.